Okay, it's a car vlog. I am outside my favorite place to get my dirty chai, which I get it iced, and it has espresso in it, and chai, and 2% milk, and it's fantastic. I have to go and pick up my daughter from preschool here in a little bit. She's been sick with a cold for the past week. We did our first ever COVID test. It was my husband's second, but mine and my daughter's first COVID test on Friday. Even though we were certain that she did not have COVID, you know, it's just best to be safe because she started preschool, so you never know. And thankfully it just ended up being a regular cold, and it all came back negative. But poor child, watching her have that thing shoved up her nose was awful. I had to hold her hands and her forehead. We did like a drive up, you know, where we didn't get out of our car or anything. It was through our local hospital. Oh, not cool. This is not a flattering angle for me at all. Okay, so maybe if I do this I can hide my double chin. What was I going to talk about? I had quite a few things. My list of what I was going to talk about is on my phone, but I'm using my phone to vlog because I forgot my actual camera. Car vlog. I was watching Hot and Flashy, Angie on Hot and Flashy. Let me know if you ever watch her as well. And she was answering some sunscreen questions, so I thought, hey, I will answer her sunscreen questions too. I apologize. My goal had been to upload 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on this channel, but because back to school happened and then we were sick for a week, I've only uploaded 2 videos twice a week over the past 2 weeks. And this channel is like my passion channel. It's not my main channel. I do have a main channel. And so I don't want there to be any pressure on myself to publish videos on this channel. It needs to still be fun for me. I don't want it to feel like work. So that's why I've only published 2 videos for the past 2 weeks. There we go. Is that better? I don't know why I'm so self-conscious about my double chin today. Okay, some of the questions that people asked Angie of Hot and Flashy was, how do you prevent tinted sunscreen from getting on your clothes, like on your shirt? And honestly, it took me a while to figure this out as well. So I've learned, 1, to pick out my shirt before I pick out my tinted sunscreen. So if I'm gonna wear a white shirt, I don't even bother with tinted sunscreen. I put on clear, or that's the time where I use a mineral white sunscreen, because it's not gonna matter if it gets on a white shirt. And 2, if I am gonna wear like a light colored shirt, and 2, I put my shirt on first before I do the tinted sunscreen, because if you do your makeup first and then you switch like your shirt, like you're doing your makeup in your pajamas or whatever, and you switch shirts, you're gonna get it, especially if it has a tight neckline, crew neck, you're gonna get it all over your shirt. You know how many of my shirts have tinted sunscreen right here? So many of them. But so those are my 2 tips for how not to get tinted sunscreen on your shirt. Okay, what was another question she was asked was, oh geez, I wish I could look at my phone. Well, this is exciting. This is an exciting car vlog. All right, here's another random question. How do you prevent deodorant, and not deodorant stains, but sunscreen, white mineral sunscreen stains? How do you get them off of black clothing? Again, this took me a while and it's still not perfect. But I have this little sponge that's for taking off deodorant stains. Hopefully I'll think about it. I'll either link it in the description box down below or I'll pop up a picture here. And I wait until the sunscreen dries, and then I take that little sponge and I rub it back and forth on the clothing, on the sunscreen mark, and most of the time it comes off. Most of the time. The other way to prevent getting black sunscreen marks on your clothing to begin with is to wait about 10 minutes for that sunscreen to soak in and then put your clothing on, or put your clothing on first. Okay, for my pants. So I have sunscreen on all my black pants on the inside of the black pants. But what I've started doing is I will roll up the bottom of my pants and then put sunscreen on my ankles and my feet, and then wait 5 to 10 minutes for that sunscreen to dry, and then I roll my pant leg back down. That seems to work. Now, I will typically put a mineral sunscreen on my feet and on my ankles, so I typically do get the white on the underneath side of my clothing, but that doesn't really bother me if it's on the underneath side of my clothing. Let me know, do you guys have any tips? Okay, what else? There was another question. Oh, another question that Angie had was, how do you remove your sunscreen from your face if you're not going to be taking a shower that night? So like, you're not going to take a shower, you're just washing your face at the sink. How do you make sure you get off that layer of sunscreen? And Angie completely nailed it. She said, you know, an oil-based cleanser. So that's what I do. Even before I wore a lot of sunscreen, I took my makeup off with an oil-based cleanser. I did the double cleanse method. So basically you use an oil-based cleanser on your face first with no water, and rinse that off with water, and then go in with your regular facial cleanser to get the oil and everything off that. Oh, here comes somebody parking beside me. So I have two. I love the Burt's Bees oil cleanser. It just comes in a really big bottle. I think it's like 12 ounces or something. And it has a pump on it, so it's really nice. I have one in my shower, and I have one at my sink. And then I also have been trying this balm. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I will put it in the description box of this video. I really like it too, but it's much more expensive. I don't think I'm going to repurchase again. It does a great job, but it doesn't do any better of a job than my Burt's Bees cleanser, so, which I've been using for years and years. So that's my tip. Now, if I don't take a shower at night, I just leave my sunscreen on my body. I did a reacting to Wayne Goss's routine where he puts sunscreen on is the first thing in the morning. No, he puts it on the night before and he sleeps in sunscreen. So I figure it's the same thing. If you leave your sunscreen on overnight, it's the same thing. It's just gonna act as a moisturizer. It doesn't get on my sheets or anything. So, because by that point it's mostly worn off. What kind of sunscreen questions do you guys have? What kind of UPF questions do you have? What kind of skin cancer questions do you have? We're glad to answer any of those. I know this was a very short video. I gotta go pick up my daughter from preschool. Somebody's walking by me right now. Oh, it's her first time here. So this coffee shop has 2 doors, and the first door you come to doesn't say that it's not the actual door you're supposed to go through, and she just pulled it, so I feel bad for her. But she's about to discover the best coffee and tea in the world, in my opinion, or at least in the town I live. It's so much better than Starbucks. Although, funny thing, when I went and got my chai, my dirty chai, and I was thanking the barista for it, there was like a Starbucks cup that she was obviously drinking out of that was on the bar top, or somebody in there. One of the staff had been drinking out of a Starbucks cup. I'm like, you're like, have a Starbucks cup at the counter where you're not making Starbucks. But it really is fantastic. And I get very chatty. Anybody else get chatty when you get caffeine in you? Alright, that's the end of my car vlog. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.